Hello, and welcome to what is going to be what I'm sure is a thrilling and enamoring video. If you've clicked on this video, then it is to be assumed that you too are a social worker. I don't think I've ever disclosed on my channel what I do when I'm not this thriving YouTuber, but I am a social worker. I have worked in many social working roles, and therefore I'd like to think that this tutorial will apply to all kinds, whether you're working in an office, in a group home, in a school, wherever. So I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial about what kind of makeup social workers should wear. So first, we have to prime our face. And I have here the Veil Mineral Primer Oil-Free Broad Spectrum SPF from Hourglass, because, I mean, we really do wear veils as social workers, so this is just very literal. And, you know, SPF isn't bad. You never know where you're going to be, if you're going to be outside or inside. Some of those lights that are out there these days are just, you know, real bright, and sometimes you can feel that, like, you know, there are bright lights shining on your face, and so, you know, some SPF never did anyone any harm, and in social work you have to take all the protection you can get. So we're now protected from the sun and possibly bright lights, so thank you, Hourglass, for looking out. Next, we're going to use concealer. I have several different kinds, so we have to be really transparent with the people that we work with, but we need to cover up our own struggles. So we're going to use this one by ColourPop. I can't tell you what shade it's in because, oh, Fair 08. This is way too light for me, but that's okay, because we're going to cover it up with other cover-ups later anyways. So we're just going to put this all over our face because we want to cover up how tired we are. We want to cover up the frustrations that we're going to face throughout the day. We want to cover up the frustrations from yesterday. We want to cover up, you know, the frustrations that we're going to face when we have kids who are smacking us around, when we have parents who might be telling us that, like, oh no, my child would not do that. When we have people we work with telling us that, you know, we need to watch our backs, like, you want to cover up, and this isn't looking put together, but neither do we all the time, so it's fine. So now that we've done the way too light section, we're going to go into our Morphe C1.5, which is slightly darker, and again, we're going to cover up our under eyes. We need to really layer this up, because, let's be real, we might shed a few tears in the day, we might, like, get frazzled, so we want to be ready for the whole day, and we want to get ready like ASAP. So we're just gonna blend that out in the same way that we blend out just our conversations. We make ourselves sound like we are really put together, and we are, but the minute that we leave those situations, we fall apart. And that's totally fine. That's totally normal. If you're a new social worker, welcome. And I'm sorry. And if you're an old social worker, then, like, you already know. So, we're looking a little crazy, but, you know, not as crazy as the struggles we're gonna face later. So we're going in with another, concealer. This one's by Huda Beauty, and it's the Overachiever concealer, because the people who don't work in our role will inflate you. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you do what you do. Thank you. Good job. And then the people that we do work with are either too tired to, like, you know, help us out, or they could even be just ignoring you and your needs because they're tired. So, you know, you might not have time to support someone else might not have time to support you, and so you really have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and that makes you an overachiever, because I'd like to think, maybe I'm just delusional, but in other work environments and fields, people tend to want and like to put each other up because teamwork is super important. And in social work, it should be important, but like I said, everyone's tired. They're like, you know, they're struggling, so it might be hard for them to help you when they can't help themselves. Yeah, so then we're not going to use this because right now we're already pale in the face enough, but you might want to bring some green color corrector, because depending on who you're working with, the crowd you're working with, the situations you're working with, you might be scratched, pinched, hit, kick. So it's always good to bring this color correcting, because green cancels out red, and then you can just cover up your problems and move right along. What a thrill. Next, we're going to go in with our concealer. No, we've done concealer, but we're going to go in with our 2-in-1 foundation from Milani. Milani has us covered because they are a concealer and perfect. So if you didn't feel like you were already concealed enough, your foundation's going to have your back. Ooh. And as you can tell, this one's a little bit darker, which is fine, because as you can tell, I'm looking a little ghostly. Which is fine, because this color is actually the natural color that I personally look after I've dealt with a strife. So, I mean, you go real pale. This way you're already you're ready. You're ahead. You're ahead of the day. You're ahead of the game. Oh, now that we're looking caked, we're going to go ahead and get our eyes ready. We're going to prime our eyes with the Picture Perfect Eyeshadow Primer from Cargo, because just in case someone takes a picture of you, your eyes are going to look really nice. Oh, and look at that. We're ready for something. We're going to go in with Smashbox, because the packaging of Smashbox, if you can see this, has lots of eyes, and that's symbolic to us. It reminds us that people are always watching, and you might forget, but sometimes you have really great peers that remind you, don't forget, your bosses are watching you. So do be afraid of messing up, because you're replaceable, and there's always so many people wanting a job in the social work role that people are not afraid to remind you of how replaceable you are, and that's really healthy. So we're just going to cover our eyes with this gray color, because that's just how you're going to feel at the end of the day. It's just kind of gray, but also it's really neutral and professional. So that's looking beautiful. And then we're going to go in with this golden color, because as I mentioned earlier, you have to look awake. Even if you're not, fake it till you make it. Because if you look tired, people are going to prey on you, whether it's the people you work with, or like your work colleagues, or like the clients that you work with. If they notice you're tired, your game is over before it's even begun. So, oh, we're looking so fresh. Okay, now that we've done away with our eyes, we're gonna put on this NYX Wonder pencil in the shade medium, and we're gonna put that under our eyes to make them look more awake, because like I said, we work intense jobs, we're tired, and so we gotta fake it till we make it. If putting on some nude colored eyeliner makes your eyes look more awake, then by gosh darn it, oh, let's do it. Your eyes might water at this point. That's fine, because they'll probably water again throughout the day, so it's good to test your makeup to make sure it's waterproof. Next, we're going to curl our lashes. We have to look lifted and alive today, friends. Oh, let's do this. And again, I'm going in with my Lifted Tarte mascara. It is sweat proof and partially waterproof, which is great, because you will metaphorically and both literally sweat in this job. So I mean, at least your eyelashes will look good. if the rest of your makeup fails at their waterproof challenge, which would have been tested when you teared from aggressively putting on your eyeliner. Lastly, we're going to put this brightening eye base, and we're not going to put on our eyes, obviously, because we've already done that. But we're going to throw it on under the eye, because we have concealed it, but we have to look bright and awake as well. So, oh, look how bright. Okay, and now we're going to blend. Wow, we're looking so good. We should probably add some blush. We want to look alive. Because although by the end of the day, we'll probably look and feel quite dead. But when we go in, we have to, what's the word, dirty bird? Fake it till we make it. So, I'm just going in with this Physicians Formula Butter Blush. And we're just going to put that on our cheeks. Oh, look at that. We're looking lively today, baby. Oh, wow. We're going to go in with our natural finish because none of this is natural. The work's not natural. This looks not natural. So we're going to fix it. So we're going to go in and spray. And during this moment, we're going to take a minute to tell ourselves that everything will be okay. And that, you know, the day is the day, and that it's gonna come, it's gonna go, and then tomorrow we have to do it all over again. So let's take a minute to reflect on that. Wow. And that's the look. Does it look beautiful? No. But neither does our job. And neither does the people we serve. Like, their lives are hard. We are helping them for a reason. However, yes, we put up with a lot. And yes, we need the support of those around us. So let this not only be a lovely tutorial, but also a reminder to all of us social workers that we're only as strong as our team is. And it's extremely frustrating to see, to hear, you know, to be in these environments where we're not supported by our own teammates. And so our jobs aren't easy, but they're certainly not made any easier when we are put down by one another, not encouraged. We don't take the time to check in with one another. And that's quite heartbreaking. So don't forget to check in with one another. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. So, is this face legit? Oh, no. Am I faking it till I make it? You bet. But, I do what I can to try to check in with my teammates. And like I said, it really, truly breaks my heart when I don't see the same respect from everyone. So, just a reminder to treat everyone nicely. You don't know what they're going through. Even though you work with some of these people, you still don't know everything that they're going through. And just be nice to people. Bottom line. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't copy this makeup look because it looks like this. And, yeah. I'm gonna take this off now. And, just chill out. Because self-care! What a thrill. Let me know down below what you do for self-care. And, yeah. I hope that you take what I've said and use it.